everybody doing their job, playing together, front to back, side to side. And so that's what's rewarding. I'm not, a guy who counts stats, but everybody playing together and pulling out a win, that's what rewarding is.
But do you feel personally that you played that much better today, or was it just another performance?
Well, it's just another performance. I mean, the football is an interesting thing. You go out there and sometimes the ball bounces your way, sometimes it doesn't. There are days you get pressure, no sacks. Some days you get sacks, no pressures. It's just the way the cookie crumbles. And if you continue to do your job day in and day out, don't look backwards, don't look too far forward, focus on the play in front of you. The next play is the most important play. Eventually, you keep doing the right thing. Good things will happen for you and obviously for the team as a whole.
Cam, we had seen you guys getting pressure on the quarterback, but you actually got him down today. We know what that does statistically. What does that do psychologically for you guys to actually get that quarterback to the ground?
Well, the whole point is to get off the field. Obviously pressure is great. You want to, get the guy, whoever has the ball off his rhythm, off the spot, maybe mess up the timing and all that. But at the end of the day, third down, you want to get off the field. So sack's a good way to get that done. We had good pressure today. Again, everybody doing their job. And as you see, the statistics are usually spread out amongst other guys. Pressures, hits, sacks, all that. So, again, you got to play together as one, and, all the stuff will come to you.
What did you guys do to confuse and fluster the rookie quarterback out there?
I'll be honest, we weren't concerned about him per se. It was, again, we had a couple weeks where it didn't matter who was the quarterback. Guys were out of place, out of their gaps, uncovered receivers. I spoke to you guys about that. So today it wasn't anything dramatic. It was cover the guy you're supposed to cover, be in the gap you're supposed to be in, and, everything else will take care of itself. And for the most part, I think we did that. Obviously, there's still a couple plays we left out there, but, again, like I said, playing together, it was about us, not about them.
Cam, Adam Gase said that Rashad Jones took himself out of the game. Did that come across to you as strange or bizarre?
No, I didn't really have much time to think about what that was about. Obviously in the middle of a football game, so I had to focus on the next play, and when I get out there, try to focus on my job.
You spent a good portion of the game when the offense was on the field with your arm around him, talking to him. What was that conversation like?
That's between him and I.
Is he too hurt to play?
That's between him and I.
Cam, as a great pass rusher, is it like a chess game out there where you're working the tackle the whole game, you're setting him up for something, then in the fourth quarter, you can pop a surprise on him and get to the quarterback? Does it work that way sometimes?
If you wait till the fourth quarter, you've waited too long.
No, you know what I'm saying, the setting him up.
I'm gonna throw you my fastball first. It's the first time I get an opportunity. See if you can handle it. Plain and simple. I feel like in this game, you're gonna have a guy across from you, and he's probably gonna think there's no way this guy can get past me, and I don't feel like there's any tackle in the league that can block me. They're gonna put the ball down, and we're gonna find out what's what. So I'm gonna give you everything I got, play in and play out. Yeah, there's a game within the game as far as what you're talking about, but at the end of the day, every player trying to get there, and whatever I got to do to get there within the defensive call, I'm going to give it to you. So you better be ready for 100-mile-an-hour fastball every time.
Cam, you guys have had injuries at almost every position: defensive end, defensive tackle, safety, corner, pretty much everything.
Linebacker.
What do you think is
quarterback, tight end, receiver,
You're right,
offensive line? Nobody. Kickers are safe right now, at least.
So the question is, how do you think the team has responded to that? What is the key to overcoming that?
Well, I think, again, not to put too much on it, today is an example of that. I mean, I don't even know how many guys we have on IR and not playing today. You guys can probably look it up, but we had a lot of hey yous, next man up, throughout the entire year. Obviously, I even had the part to play in that as well. So I think it all comes down to believing in the guys that are next to you and the guys that are behind you. I was down. I had guys going and stepping for me, the expectations are the same. You got to get to the quarterback. You got to stop the run. You got to do X, Y, and Z. And it doesn't matter if it's receiver, quarterback, everybody so far except for the kickers. That's the expectation. This is NFL. If you're on a team, at any moment's notice, even today we had guys up and down. I mean, it's just the way it works. We probably had more than normal. I don't know. Again, that's another stat you guys can look up, but it's part of the business, and you have to be ready every day, every game, no matter what. And everybody's going to rely on you, and you got to be accountable.
Is there any question in your mind whether Rashad's going to be with the team next Sunday?
Unless you know something I don't know, I don't see why not.
Cam, the last 2 weeks, the defense was at its best. What were those 2 weeks like, and how do you put it all together today?
It was frustrating. Again, I've always said this over my career. I mean, there's a difference between can't and didn't. And I look at our roster and look at the guys, and I know the guys that we have. There's no can't. We have the playmakers to make every interception, make every sack, stop every run, block all the way down the list. When you have games like you had before, it wasn't a can't. They're not stronger than you, faster than you, better players. It was something you did to yourself. They say, in NFL, more games are lost than won. I think that was a dramatic overstatement or understatement for the last couple of weeks. This week, again, it was no magical defensive call. There was no special water. It was guys doing what they're supposed to do, which should be the default. And when it doesn't happen, obviously you have games like you had before. So, again, today shouldn't be nothing out of the ordinary. It should be our par for the course. And hopefully we can build on this game and move forward, do the same thing.
Cam, Matt was talking about earlier in the week what you were talking about, guys playing the set scheme inside their game. He wouldn't go as far as saying freelancing, but he was referring to that. Had you seen that, and did that change today?
You saw it. I've told you guys, if you see a receiver running and nobody's there, somebody has done something. Again, is it purposeful? As freelancing seems a little more malicious versus maybe miscall, miscommunication, misread, whatever you want to call it. At some point, you were wrong. If I'm not in my gap and the ball runs through untouched, freelancing is an umbrella word. I was wrong. So correcting your mistakes and being and doing what you're supposed to do, it makes it very simple. Football is a very, very simple game. Easy? No. Simple? Yes. Everybody has a gap. Be in the gap. Make the tackle when football comes there. That's football. But as you see, sometimes, again, for 100 different reasons, somebody's out of the gap. In NFL, good players are going to find that gap or that open receiver or that thing that's not being done. The guy's not doing his job. They exploit it, and you get explosive plays, touchdowns, so on and so forth.